The year 2025 is more than just another year on the calendar. It's your wake-up call. It's the year to hit pause on the noise, the distractions, and the constant pull of societal expectations. Think about it. How often have you felt stuck, like you're sprinting on a treadmill but going nowhere? That's because modern life overwhelms us with chaos, pulling us further and further away from what truly matters. But here's the truth. 2025 can be different. This isn't just another year. It's a chance to reclaim your focus, realign with your purpose, and break free from the pressures that have been holding you back. Why does this matter so much right now? Because in a world moving faster than ever, success doesn't come from doing more. It comes from knowing why you're doing anything at all. A wise Buddhist monk once said, "Working hard for something we don't care about is stress. Working hard for something we love is passion." Imagine what your life could look like if everything you did aligned with your purpose. The problem is clear. Most people are so busy living for others that they forget to live for themselves. This creates stress, inner conflict, and a nagging sense of emptiness. But here's the good news. With the right mindset, rooted in timeless Buddhist wisdom, you can break free from this cycle and reclaim your peace. So, if you're going to take away one thing from this video, let it be this. Focusing on yourself isn't selfish, it's necessary. Let's dive in and transform your next year together. Lesson 1. The foundation of all growth. Life often feels like a race where everyone else sets the pace. But what if 2025 could be the year you step off the track, turn inward, and truly focus on yourself? Let's begin with a profound truth. Change starts with self-awareness. Self-awareness is the foundation of all growth. In Buddhist philosophy, mindfulness, being fully present in the moment, unveils the essence of who we truly are. Without this clarity, we drift through life, reacting to external demands and losing sight of our purpose. Buddha once said, "What we think, we become." This timeless wisdom holds the key to unlocking your potential. Take a moment and ask yourself, do you truly know who you are? What emotions shape your decisions? What patterns hold you back? Modern life often pushes us into cycles of distraction, constant scrolling, endless comparisons, impulsive choices. But awareness breaks these chains. By observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment, you can uncover the roots of your struggles and plant seeds for growth. For 2025, make self-reflection your first priority. Spend a few minutes each day journaling. Write about your fears, your dreams, and your recurring behaviors. Recognize the triggers that spark your anger or doubt. Awareness isn't about fixing yourself instantly, it's about noticing. And in that noticing, transformation begins. Here's a practice to start today. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and breathe deeply. With every breath, ask yourself, what do I feel right now? Let the answers come naturally. This simple exercise will reconnect you with your inner truth. Buddhist teachings remind us that knowing yourself is the key to mastering life. Imagine you are holding a lamp in a dark room. Self-awareness lights the space around you, revealing not only your path, but also the obstacles in your way. The more you cultivate this awareness, the less external chaos will dictate your choices. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to lose yourself while chasing success, approval, or validation. But remember this, the greatest journey is not outward, it's inward. Start small. Begin with understanding. From there, clarity will guide your steps, and peace will anchor your mind. As 2025 unfolds, let this be your mantra. I am my priority, my growth, my peace, my journey. Focus on yourself, not out of selfishness, but out of love. For when you know yourself deeply, you can navigate life with confidence, wisdom, and serenity. This year, let the light of self-awareness lead you. Step off the racetrack, embrace your truth, and watch as your world transforms, one mindful breath at a time. Lesson 2. Define your why, purpose. It's the invisible thread that pulls us forward, the compass that points us toward meaning. Yet in the noise of daily life, it's easy to lose sight of this guiding force. Buddhist teachings remind us that your purpose is your internal compass, steering you through distractions and uncertainty. In 2025, your challenge is to define your why. Imagine you're in a dense forest, surrounded by countless paths. Without a map, every road looks tempting and overwhelming. This is life without purpose. We chase what others value, success, status, possessions. But as Buddhist philosophy teaches, true clarity comes not from the what, but the why. Take a moment to reflect. Why do you wake up every day? Why do you strive, work, and dream? These questions are not trivial. They are the foundation of your journey. Without a clear purpose, goals become hollow and achievements feel empty. Your why anchors your decisions, filtering distractions and giving your life depth. Think of Buddhist Dharma, the path of truth and purpose. Just as Dharma guides Buddhists toward spiritual awakening, your why leads you toward your most authentic self. It's not about following societal expectations, but aligning your actions with your values. This alignment creates focus, resilience, and fulfillment. Here's a practice to uncover your why. Find a quiet space and ask yourself, what truly matters to me? Don't rush the answer. Let it rise naturally, like a lotus emerging from the mud. Write down the first 3 things that come to mind. These are the seeds of your purpose. Let me share a story. A young man once asked a Buddhist monk how to find meaning. The monk replied, "Pour yourself into what makes your heart sing, not what fills your pockets." The man realized he'd been chasing wealth, not joy. He quit his high-paying job to teach children, a decision rooted in his why. That choice brought him the peace he had long sought. In 2025, distractions will tempt you. Endless notifications, societal pressures, fleeting trends. But remember, when you know your why, you cannot be swayed. Purpose gives you clarity when life feels chaotic. It transforms work into passion, struggles into lessons, and success into fulfillment. Your purpose is your power. Let it guide every decision you make this year. When you feel lost, return to your why. Hold it close like a torch in the darkness, and watch as it lights your way to a life of meaning and joy. This year, let your mantra be, I choose purpose over distraction, clarity over chaos, my truth above all else. Define your why, live it fully, and let 2025 be the year you walk boldly on the path meant for you. Lesson 3. Practice detachment from external validation. In a world that thrives on likes, comments, and applause, we often find ourselves chasing approval from others. But Buddhist philosophy offers a liberating truth. True freedom comes from letting go of the need for external validation. The Buddha taught that craving, whether for possessions, praise, or status, leads to suffering. To focus on yourself in 2025, you must learn the art of detachment. Picture a man carrying a jar of water through a bustling market. The jar is cracked, leaking drops with every step. He frantically tries to patch it, desperate to keep it full, but the water keeps escaping. This is what seeking external validation feels like, a constant, exhausting attempt to fill yourself with approval that will never last. Let's pause and reflect. How much of your energy goes into pleasing others, meeting their expectations, or waiting for their praise? The reality is this: no amount of likes, promotions, or compliments can sustain you if your worth depends on them. Detachment doesn't mean apathy, it means finding joy within yourself, independent of others' opinions. Here's how to practice detachment. Start by shifting your focus from outcomes to the process. If you're working on a project, instead of wondering how others will perceive it, ask yourself, am I proud of this effort? Does this align with my values? Celebrate the journey, not the applause. Set boundaries. Social media, for instance, can be a major source of anxiety. Curate your online space. Mute accounts that trigger comparison, limit your screen time, and remember that what you see is often just a highlight reel, not reality. Detachment is about reclaiming your energy and protecting your mental peace. The Buddha said, "Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without." This wisdom reminds us that when we tie our self-worth to external validation, we give others power over our happiness. But when we find contentment within ourselves, no criticism can break us, and no praise can inflate us. Let me share a story. A monk was once insulted by a villager. The monk simply smiled and said, "If you offer me a gift and I do not accept it, to whom does the gift belong?" The same is true of validation. If you stop accepting others' judgments, good or bad, they lose their hold on you. In 2025, commit to letting go. Detach from the noise of others' opinions and find strength in your inner voice. Live not to impress, but to express your authentic self. Remember, you are already enough, just as you are. Let this be your freedom. Let this be your peace. Lesson 4. Focus on what you can control. Life is full of uncertainties, an unpredictable economy, shifting relationships, unexpected challenges. It's tempting to feel overwhelmed, to fight for control over the uncontrollable. But Buddhist wisdom offers a calming truth. Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. To focus on yourself in 2025, embrace the practice of directing your energy toward what you can control. Imagine you are rowing a small boat across a vast ocean. The waves rise, the winds shift, and the current pulls you in unexpected directions. You cannot command the sea to be calm, but you can adjust your sails and steady your oars. This is the essence of control, mastering your response to the storm, not the storm itself. Too often we exhaust ourselves worrying about things we cannot change. Others' opinions, missed opportunities, global events beyond our reach. The Buddha taught that clinging to the uncontrollable breeds suffering. But when you focus on your thoughts, actions, and growth, you reclaim your power and find peace. Let's put this into practice. Start by identifying what lies within your sphere of control. Your effort, your perspective, and your choices. If a challenge arises, a missed deadline, a harsh critique, pause. Instead of reacting impulsively, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I move forward constructively? This mindset turns setbacks into stepping stones for growth. Buddhist teachings encourage us to see adversity not as a punishment, but as an opportunity to strengthen our emotional resilience. For example, if someone's actions upset you, remind yourself, I cannot control them, but I can control how I respond. With this shift, you free yourself from frustration and focus instead on maintaining your inner calm. A powerful story illustrates this principle. A monk was meditating beneath a tree when a traveler came by and shouted insults. The monk, unfazed, continued meditating. When asked how he remained calm, the monk said, if someone offers you a gift and you refuse it, to whom does it belong? The same applies to external chaos. You don't have to accept it. In 2025, challenges will come. That is inevitable. But peace is not found by controlling the world. It is found by mastering your inner world. Shift your focus to what you can control, your discipline, your learning, and your resilience. Let go of the rest. This year, let your mantra be, I choose my response, I choose my peace, I choose my growth. Remember, the waves may rise, but you have the power to steady your boat and navigate your journey with grace and strength. Focus inward and you will thrive. Lesson 5. Align actions with values. In the rush to achieve, many of us face an inner conflict. What we do doesn't always reflect who we are. This disconnection can leave us feeling empty, no matter how much we accomplish. But Buddhist wisdom reminds us of a transformative truth. Align your actions with your values, and you will find peace. The Eightfold Path teaches that intentional living brings clarity and fulfillment. Each step, right view, right intention, right action, emphasizes the harmony that arises when our deeds align with our deepest principles. When actions and values are in sync, life flows effortlessly, and we feel grounded in authenticity. Imagine standing before a fork in the road. One path is well paved and crowded, promising rewards that others applaud. The other is quieter, less certain, but it resonates with your heart. Too often, we choose the first path, swayed by ambition or societal pressure, even when it pulls us away from our true selves. But what if you paused and asked, does this align with who I want to be? Let this question guide your actions in 2025. Before saying yes to an opportunity, committing to a project, or engaging in a relationship, reflect. Is this consistent with my values? If not, have the courage to let it go. Saying no to what doesn't align creates space for what truly matters. Here's an exercise to help. Write down your core values: integrity, compassion, growth, or creativity. Next to each value, list one action you can take to honor it daily. For example, if your value is growth, commit to learning something new every week. If it's compassion, dedicate time to helping others. Over time, these aligned actions will strengthen your sense of purpose. Let me share a story. A woman climbed the corporate ladder, chasing success defined by others. Yet, each promotion left her feeling more disconnected. One day, she reflected on her childhood dream to empower young women through education. That moment of clarity led her to start a nonprofit, aligning her actions with her values. The fulfillment she found wasn't in wealth or accolades, it was in living her truth. The modern challenge is clear. Ambition often tempts us to compromise authenticity. But when you align your actions with your values, you build trust in yourself and clarity in your relationships. You become a beacon of integrity, not just for others, but for yourself. This year, let your mantra be, I will act with intention. I will live my values. I will honor my truth. Choose the path that resonates with your soul, not the one others expect. Align and watch your life transform with purpose and peace. Lesson 6. Master focus. In a world that demands constant attention, mastering focus is a superpower. Emails, notifications, and endless to-do lists pull us in 1,000 directions, leaving us overwhelmed and scattered. But Buddhist philosophy offers a profound remedy. The secret of health for both mind and body is to live in the present moment. This teaching reminds us that peace and clarity come when we quiet the restless mind and immerse ourselves in the now. Imagine a candle burning in a dark room. When the flame is steady, it illuminates everything clearly. But if the flame flickers, its light is distorted and shadows appear. Your mind is that flame. When it's scattered by distractions, life feels chaotic. When it's steady, you see the world and yourself with clarity. Focus is a skill, not a gift. To cultivate it, start with mindfulness. Instead of multitasking, give your full attention to one task at a time. When you eat, savor each bite. When you work, immerse yourself completely. Multitasking might seem productive, but in reality, it divides your energy and diminishes the quality of your efforts. A practical way to build focus is through the single tasking method. Each morning, choose 3 priorities for the day. Dedicate uninterrupted time to one task before moving to the next. If distractions arise, gently bring your attention back, like meditation. Focus strengthens with practice. Another tool is mindfulness meditation. Set aside 10 minutes daily to sit quietly and observe your breath. Each time your mind wanders, guide it back to the rhythm of your breathing. This practice doesn't just calm your mind, it trains you to redirect your focus during the chaos of everyday life. Let me share a story. A young monk once struggled to master his lessons. Frustrated, he approached his teacher, who gave him a cup of tea. The monk began sipping while asking questions, but the teacher said, "Drink your tea." Confused, the monk asked again, and the teacher repeated, "Drink your tea." Only later did he realize the lesson. Whatever you do, do it fully. In 2025, distractions will persist, but your ability to focus is what will set you apart. By living in the present moment, you not only amplify productivity, but also find joy in the simplest tasks. This year, let your mantra be, I am here, I am now, I am fully present. Like a steady flame, your focus will illuminate your path, leading you toward greater clarity, peace, and purpose. Master your focus, and you will master your life. Lesson 7. Build emotional resilience. Life is unpredictable. A sudden loss, a missed opportunity, a plan that doesn't work out. In these moments, it's easy to feel overwhelmed or defeated. But Buddhist wisdom teaches us that while we cannot control life's storms, we can strengthen the stillness within. Emotional resilience isn't about avoiding challenges, it's about meeting them with clarity and courage. Imagine a calm lake. When the wind blows, ripples form on the surface, but the depths remain undisturbed. This is the essence of emotional resilience, to feel the ripples of emotion without being consumed by them. The Buddha said, "You will not be punished for your anger, you will be punished by your anger." Emotional reactivity creates suffering. Learning to pause and reflect transforms turmoil into growth. Start with self-awareness. When faced with difficulties, take a moment to sit with your emotions. Ask yourself, what am I feeling? Why am I feeling this way? Observe without judgment. Recognizing emotions as they arise gives you the power to choose your response instead of reacting impulsively. Meditation is a powerful tool for building resilience. Daily practice strengthens your ability to remain calm under pressure. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. When thoughts or emotions arise, acknowledge them without attachment, then return to your breath. Over time, this practice creates space between stimulus and response, allowing you to act thoughtfully. Consider the story of a monk whose hut burned down. Instead of despairing, he said, "Now I can see the moon." This profound perspective highlights the strength of emotional resilience, to find beauty and opportunity even in loss. In modern life, emotions often run high. Work stress, personal disagreements, or societal pressure can leave you feeling out of control. But resilience helps you regain your balance. For example, if a coworker criticizes you, instead of reacting defensively, take a moment to reflect. Is their critique valid? If not, let it go. If it is, use it to improve. This response not only stabilizes your emotions, but also strengthens your character. In 2025, challenges will come, but with emotional resilience, you can face them with grace. Let go of the need to control everything and focus on cultivating inner stillness. This year, let your mantra be, I observe, I reflect, I grow. The storms of life may ripple your surface, but your depths remain unshaken. Build your resilience, and no matter what comes your way, you will stand strong, steady, and at peace. Lesson 8. Build a growth mindset. Life is a journey, not a destination, and every twist and turn offers an opportunity to grow. In Buddhist philosophy, this path to enlightenment is not about perfection, but about progress. The Buddha said, with our thoughts, we make the world. Your mindset shapes your reality, and cultivating a growth mindset is the key to transforming obstacles into stepping stones. Think of a lotus flower. It blooms in muddy waters, yet its beauty remains untainted. Like the lotus, you can thrive in the face of adversity by viewing challenges as catalysts for growth. When you shift your mindset from fear of failure to curiosity about learning, you unlock your true potential. Start by reframing failure. Instead of seeing it as a sign of inadequacy, treat it as a teacher. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I improve? This perspective removes the stigma of mistakes and allows you to move forward with confidence. In 2025, uncertainty will persist, but a growth mindset will help you adapt and excel. Consider this. A young artist once doubted her abilities after a series of rejected works. She nearly gave up until a mentor told her, every masterpiece begins as a rough sketch. Inspired, she embraced each rejection as a chance to refine her craft. Over time, her perseverance led to recognition and success. Her journey wasn't about talent alone. It was about her willingness to learn and grow. You, too, can cultivate this mindset by embracing challenges as opportunities for self-discovery. When faced with a difficult task, remind yourself, this is where I grow. Push through the discomfort, knowing it's a necessary step toward mastery. Daily reflection can also nurture a growth mindset. At the end of each day, jot down one thing you struggled with and what you learned from it. This practice reinforces the belief that growth is ongoing and helps you see progress over time. In today's fast-paced world, adaptability is essential. A growth mindset allows you to remain open to change and innovation. Whether it's learning a new skill or tackling an unfamiliar problem, approach it with curiosity rather than fear. Let 2025 be the year you embrace growth as a lifelong journey. Like the lotus, you can rise above challenges and bloom in any environment. This year, let your mantra be, I learn, I adapt, I thrive. With every setback, you gain strength. With every challenge, you grow wiser. Focus on your growth and the possibilities will be endless. Lesson 9. Learn to let go. Imagine holding on to a rope tightly, even as it burns your hands. The harder you cling, the more pain you feel. This is how attachment works, whether to outcomes, people, or situations beyond your control. Buddhist philosophy teaches that letting go is not about giving up. It's about freeing yourself from unnecessary suffering. The Buddha said, you only lose what you cling to. In 2025, make this the year you release what no longer serves you, and watch how light your life becomes. Letting go begins with recognizing what you're holding on to. Is it the fear of failure? The desire for approval? A painful memory? Take a moment to reflect on the emotional weight you carry. Ask yourself, does this help me grow, or does it hold me back? By acknowledging what no longer serves you, you take the first step toward freedom. Consider the story of a monk and his disciple walking by a river. They encounter a woman needing help to cross. The monk carries her across and continues his journey. Hours later, the disciple, still brooding, says, Master, why did you carry that woman? We are not supposed to touch women. The monk replies, I put her down hours ago. Why are you still carrying her? This simple tale illustrates how we often cling to burdens long after we should have let them go. In practical terms, letting go means focusing on effort rather than outcomes. You can control your actions, but not the results. Did you put in your best effort at work, but the promotion didn't come? Let it go. Did a relationship end despite your commitment? Let it go. By detaching from outcomes, you reclaim the mental energy consumed by overthinking and regret. Gratitude is another powerful tool for releasing attachment. Instead of dwelling on what you lack, appreciate what you have. Each morning, write down 3 things you're grateful for. This simple practice shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance, making it easier to release what isn't meant for you. In a world filled with noise and demands, learning to let go creates mental clarity. You free up space for what truly matters: your growth, your peace, your purpose. Letting go doesn't mean indifference. It means choosing freedom over unnecessary pain. This year, let your mantra be, I release, I grow, I thrive. Let go of the rope. Let go of the burdens. Trust that by releasing what weighs you down, you create room for something greater to enter your life. Lesson 10. Inspire others by leading authentically. The most powerful way to inspire others is not through words, but through actions. When you live authentically, true to your values and purpose, you become a beacon for those around you. The Buddha, through his own journey of enlightenment, demonstrated that by embracing personal truth and spiritual growth, we not only heal ourselves but also inspire others. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. When you focus on your own growth, you set an example that encourages others to do the same. Think of the story of the bamboo tree. It grows silently, hidden beneath the soil for years before it finally shoots up into the sky. It doesn't boast or rush, it just grows steadily and authentically. In the same way, you don't need to chase recognition or approval. As you live your truth by embodying kindness, courage, and integrity, you naturally inspire others. When you stop comparing yourself to others and focus on your own path, you create a ripple effect that influences those around you, leading them to pursue their own authentic journey. Living authentically means making choices that reflect your values, even when they're difficult. It's about choosing honesty over convenience, compassion over indifference, and purpose over comfort. When you align your actions with your core beliefs, you build trust and integrity, qualities that inspire others to do the same. Imagine the impact if everyone embraced this mindset. Instead of focusing on pleasing others, we could focus on growing together, supporting each other's personal development. In practice, living authentically doesn't require grand gestures. Start with small actions. In your workplace, let your integrity guide your decisions. In your relationships, prioritize kindness and honesty. By embodying the qualities you value most, you lead by example. Others will notice and feel empowered to do the same. Moreover, leading authentically also means acknowledging that self-focus is not selfish, it is empowering. By focusing on your own growth, you become a source of positive influence. You show others that by taking care of ourselves, we not only improve our lives, but also create space to uplift those around us. In 2025, make the decision to lead with authenticity. The more you embrace your true self, the more you inspire others to do the same. This year, let your mantra be, I am true to myself, I inspire others, I create ripples of change. Your actions will speak louder than any words, and your growth will become the inspiration that lights the way for others. Bonus lesson: the ripple effect of self-focus. Imagine you're standing at the edge of a still pond. You drop a stone into the water, and the ripples begin to spread, gently touching every part of the surface. In the same way, focusing on your own growth doesn't just benefit you. It has a profound, far-reaching effect on the world around you. The Buddha's teachings remind us that true self-improvement isn't a solitary pursuit. It's a gift that radiates outward, touching everyone you encounter. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. When you invest in yourself, you uplift others, without even realizing it. This may sound counterintuitive in a world that often teaches us to prioritize others' needs above our own. Focusing on yourself can feel selfish, but consider this. When you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, you become better equipped to help those around you. Think of the analogy of the oxygen mask on an airplane. You're instructed to put your mask on first before helping others, because only when you're in a position of strength can you truly assist others in a meaningful way. The same principle applies to personal growth. By taking time for self-care, learning, and reflection, you fill your own cup so that you can pour into others. When you become your best self, you naturally elevate those around you. You show up more present, more compassionate, and more capable. Whether it's in your career, your friendships, or your family, focusing on your own development allows you to be a stronger, more supportive presence in the lives of others. By embracing your personal journey, you give others permission to do the same. Your growth becomes a source of inspiration, and your confidence becomes contagious. This transformative idea shifts the common narrative around self-focus. It reframes self-improvement not as a selfish act, but as a powerful act of service. Prioritizing your own well-being isn't about neglecting others. It's about making sure you're in the best position to help, love, and inspire those you care about. In a world that's always pushing for more of your time and energy, this shift can feel revolutionary. In 2025, make a commitment to focus on yourself, not out of guilt or shame, but as an act of service. By growing, evolving, and investing in your own well-being, you create ripple effects that positively impact your family, colleagues, and communities. Embrace the truth that the best way to serve others is by becoming the best version of yourself. And as you focus inward, you'll be amazed at the outward transformation that follows. In the chaotic rhythm of life, we often forget that the answers we seek lie not in the outside world, but within ourselves. The principles we've explored, self-awareness, purpose, detachment, and resilience, are ancient, yet profoundly relevant in 2025, a year that calls for clarity amidst the noise. Like a lotus blooming in muddy water, your ability to thrive depends on your courage to look inward and nurture the essence of who you truly are. Zen teaches us, when you realize nothing is lacking, the whole world belongs to you. By focusing on your purpose, aligning with your values, and releasing the need for external validation, you create space for authenticity and peace to flourish. It's not about controlling life's outcomes. It's about mastering your response to them. In this mastery lies the key to freedom and fulfillment. Remember, the journey of self-discovery is not selfish. It's the foundation for serving others with strength, clarity, and compassion. As you grow, so too does your capacity to uplift those around you. This ripple effect is the ultimate gift you can offer to a world in need of more authenticity and connection. Let 2025 be the year you stop chasing and start being. The year you focus inward and discover that the path to outer success begins with inner alignment. Like this video if it inspired you, and share it to help others embrace the wisdom of self-focus. Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear how you plan to focus inward this year. Don't forget to subscribe to Quiet Wisdom for more transformative insights rooted in Buddhist philosophy and Zen practices for a peaceful, purposeful life. Until next time, may your days ahead be filled with clarity, kindness, and the profound wisdom of Buddha.